Howdy, my name is Audrey Ferguson. I'm the organizer of Largest Civic Influencers. So New York, you know, pretty well-known state. What's happened in there? It is one of the original 13 colonies. With that comes a ton of political and historical significance. And there's been just a ton of cultural impact from the area, especially New York City with things like the Harlem Renaissance, the rise of hip hop, punk movement, abstract expressionism. Just the culture that we experience in our day-to-day lives largely has a lot to owe from the state. The state has constantly been on the move. There's constantly been change coming from the region. And that change doesn't just come from New York, but it especially comes from young folk in New York. And that couldn't be more true than ever. Right now, the issues that are important to young people are the ones at the forefront. Those are the ones that actions being taken on, that they're being focused on. Issues like climate change, income inequality, housing affordability. These are all just topics in most races in the elections out there. And the folks in our program, our fellows this fall term, they're working on these. They are working to build momentum. They're mobilizing their peers and making sure their voices get heard. Because we can't just let these issues be a talking point in the electoral process. We need these to become priorities and ones that these elected officials focus on after they're in office. So this term, we have 7 fellows in the state of New York, 5 of them at institutions of higher education, 2 in the larger community, working to organize their neighborhoods. And what they're working on is training others. They're building a movement. They are working to train their peers to organize others, which means they're not just registering someone to vote, they're teaching someone how to register others to vote. They're getting the snowball rolling. And with that's how we're going to create change. It's how we get the youth vote to increase. It's how we get young voices heard, but not just heard, but prioritized. And it's really cool being able to see what's coming out of the state this term. I'm really excited to see what comes out during these midterms, and I'm really excited to see what happens in the future terms of our programming.